Today we're talking about my favorite 3-ingredient energy balls. Yes, just 3 ingredients that are going to be so delicious in these, and they no bake, and they not even sweet. This could be peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, sunflower seed butter. Now, these are not sweet like I said before, so you definitely do want to add a little bit of a sweetener in there. If you're looking to cut out the added sugars though, you can still use a sugar-free sweetener. Like I said, these are so good for a quick snack, and they're so good pre or post-workout. You can literally pop this in your mouth on the way out the door and it's going to give you the energy you need. Also, another great thing about this recipe is that it lasts for a long time. These energy balls will stay fresh for up to a week at room temperature. You might think that your kids aren't interested in eating healthy, but if you make it fun, if you make it colorful, if you make it taste good, they'll be asking for it. That's been my experience with my kids anyway. So try new things. Don't be afraid to experiment in the kitchen. Don't be afraid to let your kids help you. And don't be afraid to sneak in a little bit of extra nutrition. So you can literally make this on Sunday, and you're covered for the whole week. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. I always appreciate when you guys leave me comments and you let me know that you made one of my recipes. It makes my day. So make sure to leave me a comment and let me know how it turned out for you. If you haven't already, please subscribe, because I would love to have you back for more. I promise you, find lots of helpful tips and tricks on here that will help you on your health and wellness journey. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. You can take them to work, you can take them to school, you can take them to the gym. They're easy to grab and go, and they're easy to throw in your purse or your backpack. So this is perfect for those of you who are always on the go. Let's talk a little bit more about that. And that way, when you do remember to eat, you have something that's actually good for you. Something that has protein, something that has carbs, something that's actually going to give you energy instead of just sitting there making you hungry for more. Anytime that you're working out, especially doing a high-intensity workout, you want to make sure that you have a good source of protein and a good source of carbs within an hour before your workout. Sometimes we just don't know what to make. I know I've been there before. But if you're anything like me, you probably also have kids that are picky eaters. So it can be hard to find recipes that both you and your kids will enjoy. Well, look no further, because this is one of my kids' favorite recipes. My daughter loves these energy balls. She will literally ask for them by name. She knows that these are special treats that she can only have every once in a while, so that helps with portion control too. But she loves rolling them out and choosing what colors she wants. Like I said before, you can add in different things to the outside of it to give it different flavors and different colors. You can add in sprinkles for a funfetti cake batter type of flavor. You can add in crushed Oreos for an Oreo flavor. You can add in cocoa powder for a chocolate flavor. You can add in different extracts like mint extract or almond extract. The possibilities are really endless here, so have fun with it. Make it your own. Make it fun for your kids. Get them involved in the kitchen. Let them pick out the flavors. Let them pick out the colors. Let them help you roll the balls. Let them help you decide how big you want them. Just make it fun. If you do that, it's going to give you the energy you need to power through your workout. And it's also going to give you the energy you need to recover after your workout. So these are perfect for that. They have both protein and carbs in them, and they are easy to eat right before you head out the door for your workout. That's what I like to use. I find that it adds in the perfect amount of sweetness, without adding in any extra calories. But again, this is completely up to you. You can use stevia, monk fruit, sugar, whatever you like. That's really up to you. Whatever your preference is, go with that. I am a huge fan of peanut butter, so that's what I'm using today. And then we want to get some protein powder. Again, this is completely up to you. You can use whey protein, casein protein, vegan protein, whatever you like to use, whatever you have on hand, go with that. I personally like to use casein protein because it does last longer in your system. So if I'm making these ahead of time, I know that it's going to last me for a while. If you don't have any protein powder, you can also add in some Greek yogurt. It won't be quite as thick, but that will also work in a pinch. So that's why I love this recipe, because it's so customizable to what you like and what you have on hand. They're not like a cookie dough type of energy ball. So if you are looking for something savory or something to add to your post-workout routine, or maybe even something that you can make ahead of time, this is it. If it's a little bit too stiff and it's hard to mix together, you can always add in a little bit of milk or a little bit of water to thin it out. Once it's mixed together well, you can go ahead and roll it into balls. How big you make the balls is totally up to you. I usually make mine a little bit smaller because I like to have a bunch of them, and I do and want them to get too big. So here I made kind of like a tablespoon size, but you can make them as big as like a golf ball or as small as like a pea. It's totally up to you. So let me show you how simple it is. You're going to need some sort of nut butter. The other thing that you're going to want is some sort of sweetener. So once you have all of your ingredients measured out, go ahead and throw them into a food processor or a blender and mix them together until it's nice and smooth. After you've rolled them into balls, you can go ahead and roll them in shredded coconut. If you don't have time to make something super fancy, if you don't have time to sit down and eat, this is perfect. And if you're like me and you're always forgetting to eat, this is a perfect little snack that you can have handy. Now, I know that a lot of us get busy and sometimes we forget to eat, or we do, and have time to prepare meals. And it's also a great way to sneak in a little bit of extra protein, a little bit of extra nutrition, especially for our picky eaters. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. I hope you found it helpful.